Hi, and welcome back to the Love to Mom podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jerry, and I'm joined by my Neolithic co-host, Christy.
Okay, I don't even know what that word means. Hello, everyone. You have to tell me what that means.
Neolithic is, I didn't do enough research on what Neolithic means. I believe it's the earliest human era. It's like the Neolithic era is like the dawn of civilization.
Okay.
It works.
I've never heard that word before. Yeah, it does work.
And now that I explained
it,
it's even funnier. So that's great.
Well, sometimes you have to explain things to your mother.
Well, speaking of Neolithic era, we watched The Flintstones, which came out in 1994. Coincidentally, it was released 1 year after Jurassic Park. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, no, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Something you might...
It's also the year... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, I don't know how aware of this you were, but in the mid to late 90s, there was a glut of dinosaur movies coming out after the success of Jurassic Park. And I think it is like all but confirmed that this is kind of one of those things where there was like rumors Spielberg's making this dinosaur movie. What IP do we have? Oh, Flintstones. Let's make a movie. And that's where this came from. But I don't want to be so cynical because I did kind of like it. But
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. I enjoyed it too. I was going to tell you that 1994 is also the year that your dad and I got married. Aww. And then I graduated from college. Aww.
Did you see Flintstones when it came out in theaters?
I think I did.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I did. And in fact, your dad and I watched it together this time. This is the first movie, I think, no. Yeah. Well, did he watch Grumpy Old Men with me? I don't remember, but I think this might be one of the first movies he's watched with me. Of the movies that we've watched, he likes this one.
Well,
so do I.
We watched Regarding Henry, all three of us.
Okay, so maybe there've been a couple, not very many. No. This one I specifically was like, do you want to watch this with me? Because I know he liked it when it came out. So.
And what did he think?
I think Steven Spielberg was somehow involved in this movie as well.
Oh.
Because in a lot of the trivia, as I was looking stuff up, I noticed his name came up a ton. Now, he didn't direct it.
No.
But I think he was somehow involved because, yeah, the amount of times his name was mentioned when I was looking at different trivia things was kind of crazy.
Huh.
So I'll see if I can figure that out. What's up?
Or was it just like he was big because of the Jurassic Park connection?
Well, it was specifically talking about casting things. So it kind of made me think that he... You know, they're like, oh, Steven Spielberg decided he wanted John Goodman for... So that's where I was like...
Oh.
But I was looking. He isn't the director.
No.
Is he a producer? No.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, wait. I don't know. I can't... I don't know why his name is in there all the time. But, like, as I was going through stuff, his name was everywhere. Which makes me think he was involved somehow. I'm going to look at the entire cast... And see if maybe he was a producer or something?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm wasting time. I'm just so curious now because, yeah, he was a producer. Okay, executive producer.
Okay.
As Steven Spielrock, it says.
I saw that, and I thought that was just a bit that they were doing.
No.
And I was...
Yep, that's him.
I think that was one of the first laughs I got out of the movie because I'm like, that's not clever at all. That's just really dumb. That's not even a pun. Like Berg
no,
is
it really was him.
Like Spiel Rock? Like what is that a reference to? Is that something I don't get because I'm too young?
Well, yeah, there you go. Like he actually was involved as executive producer. So there you go. I was like, why is his name showing up everywhere? I'm so confused. But that, yeah. And wasn't he? No, he wasn't involved with Star Wars.
No. That was just George.
But there are some ties with Star Wars. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's keep talking.
Okay, we are trying and failing to talk about the Flintstones movie.
And it's all my fault.
It's fine.
I'm a little jazzy tonight. I don't know, punchy or something.
Well, the
I apologize
Flintstones
in
will make you do that. It's a
Yeah, sure will.
It's a fiery movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to talk about with this one. It seems like it could be kind of tricky. It almost falls into something like Raising Arizona or something where I'm like, when going into it, I'm like, what are we going to talk about? It's just kind of a goofy comedy, cartoony movie. This is like that plus another 10 because they're going like straight up cartoon logic, which is fine. I have nothing against live action cartoons. In fact, I will be the one person not the one person, one of many people that highly recommend Hundreds of Beavers, as it is my favorite movie from last year, and I think it captures that tone perfectly. I will say going from Hundreds of Beavers to the Flintstones feels a little bit like, I see what they're going for, but it's done so much better in Hundreds of Beavers. And I think
This is definitely a nostalgia movie. I had recommended to you for you to go out and watch the title credit scene before you watched it, so it's fresh in your mind. I think for so many people, so you're thinking 1994, we were all brought up on reruns. And so to see those things, like shot for shot, it just brought so many warm fuzzies. And it was fun. Like, it was just a good time. That was all it was. It's just a good time.
Yeah. No, I definitely get that. And I am somewhat nostalgic for the Flintstones as well. Growing up, we watched a lot of Boomerang. I think it was a lot of like the Smurfs and the Snorks, of course.
Yes.
And old Scooby-Doo and Flintstones and Jets and stuff like that. So I was like somewhat familiar with the cartoon. But I haven't seen an episode in forever. I don't really know what goes on with Fred. What are Fred's mannerisms and what are his kooky ways? I know that he did commercials for cigarettes, which is pretty awesome.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, this is a weird thing that doesn't really happen anymore. But like back in the 50s and 60s, there would be like, instead of like ad breaks and it would like cut to a commercial that was made by the company, it was like the characters in the show would do the commercials. So like if you watch like old reruns of like I Love Lucy or something, it'll be like Lucille Ball like, have you used this Arm& Hammer baking soda? And it's like stuff like that. And it's the same thing with the Flintstones. They would animate little Fred Flintstone smoking cigarettes. He's like, oh, Barney, you got to try out this Apple cigarette. It's so good.
Listen to that voice.
No, I can't do it.
That was good impression.
Oh, I don't think so. But that's what I know about Fred Flintstone is that he likes to hawk cigarettes to children, which is pretty awesome. We should bring that back. Which I guess they kind of are with the vapes, but not the same.
Yeah, not the same.
Not the same. No. But I don't know. I was basically going into the movie with that. Like, okay, I have this vague idea of what the Flintstones are. I've heard that this movie's bad. We looked up the rating like before we watched it.
Bad.
It was like a 20-something on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb was sitting, I think, under 5. Letterboxd was like at a 2-point-something out of 5. It was not great. So maybe that's part of why I liked it a little bit is because I was kind of going in expecting a train wreck, and when it wasn't as much of a train wreck as I thought it was going to be, I'm like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. The tone of this is okay.
Yeah. What I found was that I really enjoyed the practical effects in this.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't really see this. So much of this would be CGI if we were to watch something like this today.
Oh, yeah.
And so I really liked that. It kind of felt it just made it feel more authentic, maybe, to know like
Yeah.
a lot of this they actually did. We have puppets on set. We have Henson's Muppeteers did 12 puppets for this set.
Oh, nice.
No, 20 puppets, 20. It took them 12 weeks to make them.
Oh.
But they did 20 puppets on the set. And so I'm like, it's so fun. Like that bird,
Yeah.
Dino, there were a lot of just different little creatures that you knew. I don't know. I just don't feel like you see stuff like this anymore. So it was really, really fun to go back and see those actual sets that they're walking through with the actual dirt.
Right.
I don't know. I just enjoyed that a lot.
No, I think there is definitely something to be said there. And that's kind of one thing that I've really appreciated when it comes to like modern horror. Like that's really the only genre that's kind of done a 180 in terms of like doing like they were like so focused on CGI stuff in the 2010s. And now what's popular in terms of horror is like really low budget, and like something like Nosferatu, like that whole thing is practical. It was like Bill Skarsgård and all this makeup and made him look super scary. And like you feel that. You feel like there is this actual like presence. You can see like the light working in real ways that you wouldn't get in a computer. And the stuff here is like it has that where it's like they made all these cars and they're pushing them around. I don't think they're pushing it. I think they're like electronic or whatever because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they're actually using.
You don't think they're really using their feet?
I don't think so. But there is something there where it's like, wow, this is like really cool. It's a big production. Until they use CGI, and it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And they messed it up maybe as bad as I've ever seen CGI messed up.
Are you talking about the cat in the sequence, in the closing sequence?
That and like every single time they did it. It was like,
Oh,
this is my biggest problem with the movie. And I guess
Yeah.
I'm glad we're getting it out of the way immediately.
sure.
Because I was just like, it took me out because specifically, because like we said, came out in 1994. I almost want to write it off as being, well, Jurassic Park came out a year before. And that was the movie that kind of set the standard for what mixing practical and CGI effects and making something that looks real, that T-Rex still stands up as being like realistic and looks good. So I was like looking at this, I'm like, okay, maybe, the technology isn't super accessible. It's fine. But I think they knew that because all the CG effects were bad. So they intentionally like blurred everything. And I'm like, oh, this is just really bad. Like, that's a really bad way to hide cheap CG, is to just make everything blurry. And I'm like, what am I even looking at points? Where it was like, the colors were all like mixing together. And I'm like, and the worst was when they cut from like a puppet Dino to a CG Dino. I'm like, this is so jarring. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It just doesn't have any sort of like visual cohesion, which is what the kids say.
Well, yes, and I think when they were talking about the saber-toothed tiger, the saber-toothed tiger that comes in it's only during the title sequence, both times.
Yeah.
I think that it was in there. That's one of the first times that they had CG animal with fur, that they'd ever try to do an animal with fur. And so they were talking about like how they had to, kind of, I always think of the pinnacle of that for me is Monsters, Inc. with Sully's hair, where you can see every hair move. And I just remember feeling like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Obviously, it was not that good in this movie. But there were some things where it was like, you just can't get around it. There's no way to do some things with a puppet, and you can't really... But I have to also remember that at the time, this was probably, even though Jurassic Park was out around the same time, this was we probably were amazed by it. Like
Sure.
back in that time, it would have been like, oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go back and look at that stuff we thought was so amazing, and it's so bad. And you just don't know it because the technology hasn't caught up with what they were trying to do. For us, that was very novel and exciting.
Sure. I mean, it's kind of a twofold thing that I've noticed when it comes to like old stuff not holding up, because it's like, the CG is just bad. It's just like low quality. But also, like, people were watching it on bad hardware too, like old TVs or even like old projectors in movie theaters, where it was like they weren't getting the kind of quality that we were getting now.
That's true.
And so, like, watching this now where it's upscaled and like it looks good, like the quality of it looks nice. It's just the CG just doesn't upscale with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had never thought about that before, but you're right. We didn't have HD TVs then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just weren't we just talking about that with the last one? Or maybe not. Well, Big Lebowski.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I just remember we were like, I was telling someone about the Puppet Master thing, and I don't remember if that was
Yeah,
live.
probably. And I've forgotten it in the last 2 weeks.
That's fine. It's
don't
been a long 2
know.
weeks.
It has.
I didn't bring up the old. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of did, but that was like specifically related to like shot on video or like straight to VHS stuff, like the Puppet Master movies.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is a good point. It is something to keep in mind. I just know like some of that stuff when I go back and watch it now, it does not hold up.
Yeah.
But at the time, I remember just being in awe of how amazing what they were able to do.
Yeah.
And now you're like, no, that's not so great. But, it's been quite a few years, 30 years since this came out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I just think for me, it's just like in such like stark contrast because all the practical stuff is so good. I didn't know the Jim Henson connection, but even like the actual props and stuff, like I got such a kick whenever they cut to like a newspaper and it's like actually Fred Flintstone, the cartoon character they use as a picture.
yes.
I'm like, okay, that's
Yes.
really funny.
Uh-huh.
Which I mean makes sense. Like they didn't have cameras; they would have to like carve it. So I'm like, okay, it kind of works in universe too. It doesn't like take
it
me out.
does.
It's kind of cool.
Well, you think about how every prop had to be made because there was nothing that was modern in this
yeah.
movie. Every single item had to be created to look like it was made out of rock or whatever, you know? So you think about the expense for just the set alone has to be
Yeah.
astronomical considering that you can't have anything that looks remotely modern.
Well,
I mean, that's
Kind of.
something.
That's what's
Kind of.
kind of interesting about this is like the art direction is because like the Flintstones was made in the 50s and 60s. They weren't doing like a period thing when it was like Fred and Wilma, he's the provider and he comes home and his lovely wife is making a meal and he's like relaxing. Like that was just the time. Like they weren't doing a thing with the cartoon, but in the movie, they're doing a thing where it's like intentionally like this is old 50s and 60s society, but it's in the Neolithic era. And it's like, it's kind of fun. But also, it's like 1994, and like it's like, oh, Fred's such a good provider. I like the mom was like, why aren't you?
Oh my gosh, she's so fun.
Why don't you go be a big businessman?
I loved Elizabeth Taylor in that role. I thought her relationship with Fred was so funny. I laughed a few times over the two of them, just going back and forth on things. This was her last film performance before she passed away.
Oh no!
And she agreed to be in the movie if they would donate all the money from the premiere to her AIDS foundation.
Oh,
which I thought was really nice. She was really involved with AIDS. She had a lot of friends and was probably one of the most vocal people when it came to fundraising and stuff for AIDS. And apparently she brought Michael Jackson to the set one day because she and Michael Jackson were friends.
Oh, that's
And Elizabeth Perkins was fangirling over him.
oh,
So I thought that was interesting.
that's fun.
But yeah, those two were really good friends.
Huh. Well, I didn't know
Interesting,
that about
isn't it?
Elizabeth Taylor. It's cool that she was
Yeah,
like standing up for AIDS stuff. Like that's nobody
Very
was doing
much
that.
so. Yeah, like she was doing fundraisers, and that was really kind of the end of her life, was doing a lot of fundraising for that. Like truly was her biggest cause.
That's
And
cool.
so if you were talking about AIDS, you were talking about Elizabeth Taylor. That was her thing.
Huh.
So, and she would say, you know, like, I worked with a lot of men who were closeted. She never really called anyone out, but, you know, Rock Hudson was one of the first celebrities to die from AIDS. And I can't remember if she worked with him. I know Doris Day worked with him, and she kept his secret because she knew he was gay when they worked together. But, you know, she knew that he would never work again if people knew.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth Taylor, you know, she's been in Hollywood forever. There's a ton of gay guys that had to live in the closet for
Oh, yeah.
their whole careers, and then everybody's dying. And so she was a big advocate for that.
Well, that's really good. I did not know that about her. I have more respect for Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah. I know. I mean, she's kind of messed up, but she did a lot of good things too.
Yeah, at least in the end there.
We're all complicated.
Yeah, yeah. But she's great in it. I think
Oh, she's so funny.
we should talk about the cast in general because the cast is maybe perfect. I think we were talking about that with the Big Lebowski last time too, where it's like perfectly cast. This is also perfectly cast, but completely different because it's an adaptation. But I think everyone that they got to like reprise old roles are perfect. I mean, John Goodman as Fred Flintstone is maybe the best decision anyone's ever made in Hollywood. In addition to
And
Rick
that was a
Moranis.
Steven Spielberg thing.
Oh,
He wanted him after they worked together on the movie Always. I think you and I talked about the movie Always a little bit ago, but he was like, we have to have John Goodman. And they had said as much like, if John doesn't take this, we're not doing the movie.
well, yeah. I mean,
It was very much hinging on him. Yeah.
no one else could do that. I still don't
No.
think like there's no one alive right now that would be a better Fred Flintstone. Like, I think John Goodman might be the best person to ever play a live action Fred Flintstone.
Yeah. I mean, he's perfect. And he's so big, not
Yeah.
even just like height wise, and having him next to Rick Moranis. They said that they didn't audition anyone who was over 5'6" for the role of Barney. And so the juxtaposition of those two guys
Yeah.
together, I mean, John Goodman looked enormous. His arms were like guns. They were so big. But yeah, Rick Moranis, dang.
Yeah.
He was great too. So
Yeah.
good.
Really, really good performances. I do wish that Barney got a little bit more in the script. I think like my two weakest things are the CG and then the script is bland and kind of boring. It's everything surrounding it, where it's like
Yeah.
the production design is great and the cast is great, but it's like in support of a movie that's just kind of fine. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that I think about in that particular case is people weren't there for the story. They were there to
Yeah.
see the, you know, the stuff they remember from childhood. And then watching these people who could like fully capture these four characters. I mean, the Rosie O'Donnell's laugh
Yeah.
and Elizabeth Perkins had those laughs down, and they were saying too, that's what nailed the roles for them, was they were able to perfect those laughs. And every time I heard them laugh, I was like, oh my gosh, it is so perfect. So perfect. It's just, it's just so cute. I don't
And
know.
like
I really liked them.
you could tell that like they knew, like the director or whatever, they knew that like they nailed it, because there's like so many scenes where it'll be like cutting to a new scene and it's just like just setting up where they are. It's those two joking around and then they pull off the laugh. It's like they knew to play to their strengths with those two, And I think it pays off really, really well.
I do too. I think that's perfect casting. You don't see Elizabeth Perkins very much anymore. But man, she was just spot on for this role. And I loved her outfits.
Yeah.
And I liked how like her hair changes over the course. You know, they start getting rich and her hair gets very Jessica Rabbit, you know, the flowing red hair. I don't know. It was just it was very sweet. I enjoyed the performances, really. I didn't care about the story so much. I mean, the story was fine.
It's fine.
But it was really the performances that just, it was a delight just to see what they were going to do next with either the sets or you know, the puppets or whatever. There just was always something fun happening. And it felt like there were so many small things, like you were talking about in the newspapers with Fred, like little plays on words. I think they were saying, we're going to go to Rockapulco. I'm like, Rockapulco? That's so funny. I don't know. I just liked all that, all the word play and stuff. I thought it was very fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, like, that's the best stuff. Except for the Spiel Rock thing, because that doesn't make any sense. Most of them were pretty good.
Yeah. I agree. One more person that I wanted to say that they were considering for the Barney role was Danny DeVito. And they said he was too gruff. They felt he was too gruff to play. His voice was too gruff to play that role, which I could see that, but he's the right height. I mean,
yes, that's true.
It would have been okay. Let me give you just a couple others too while we're talking about casting, because they did have some fun ones out here. They were saying that for the role of Cliff Vandercave, which we haven't really talked much about him, that's the Kyle MacLachlan role. They had considered Tim Curry, Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future, Joe Pesci.
Oh, the Pesci.
William Shatner. William Shatner. So that's kind of interesting. That none of those are particularly handsome guys like what they ended up with. They kind of went a different direction. But I could see all of those guys being really good if you kind of switched up what the character was supposed to be. They could all have played something really fun in that movie. And then others that were considered for Wilma included Gina Davis and Catherine O'Hara. I thought that was kind of interesting too. So just some different interesting casting sorts of options there that were kind of fun to think about. But I really do feel like you do. It's they nailed it with the group they have for sure.
Yeah, specifically with like the four mains. And I guess the kids are pretty good too. Like for what they're given, I guess.
Well, this is interesting too, because the Bam Bam role, the kids didn't speak English. And so their voices were dubbed through the whole movie.
What do you mean?
Which I'm like, all they said was Bam.
Yeah, I'm like, why do they need to dub that?
They couldn't say Dada? Well, I don't get it.
Yeah, like,
but apparently they were dubbed.
That's a weird decision. I was going to ask about that because the whole time that Bam Bam is on screen, he's doing this. I'm like, is that part of his character? I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember that either.
But it was every single time he was on screen. It was like,
it's true.
I'm Bam Bam. I'm like, why? What kind of decision is that as a director?
Oh, that's really funny.
I want him to show his teeth at all. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know either. Yeah. And the choice to put him in a loincloth, I was like, are these kids embarrassed? I mean, granted, they're maybe 4 or 5 years old, but still, even then, like, you know, that's all I could think about was this kid, like, running through in this loincloth. Is he embarrassed right now?
Yeah, that was a little weird. I'm like,
I thought so too.
I know that, like, that's part of the cartoon. Like, that's what but it's fine when a cartoon character looks like that. It's a little weird when there's, like, a little kid running around a bunch of adults.
I agree. Yes, I agree. I was like, good, interesting choice.
Yeah, interesting, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. And so then I know you like Kyle.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that.
Please do.
I do like Kyle MacLachlan. He's great in everything that he does with David Lynch. I don't know if I've seen anything that he's done outside of David Lynch stuff. But I mean, Blue Velvet, Twin Peaks, Dune. I guess.
I think he was in How I Met Your Mother.
Was he?
I think he was the guy with the boat. Did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
Ages ago.
Okay. I kind of feel like he was the boss with the boat, but I could totally be wrong. He was in Portlandia, I guess.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, he was. Oh, no. Wait. That says How I Met Your Father. What's the story with that? Hold on.
Well, that's a spinoff.
I know, but what would he play in that?
Probably the same
Yeah, he was
role.
in How I Met Your Mother. He played the captain. Yeah, the guy with the boat. I think it was Lily's boss.
Oh, okay.
It was either Lily's boss, and it was a recurring role. Like, he was in quite a few episodes.
Oh.
Oh, seven episodes. So not crazy. He was in Desperate Housewives in 96 episodes of Desperate Housewives. So he has done some comedy stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, okay. I thought he was great. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's fine in this movie.
I don't know. I thought he was good.
He's just
was
playing
campy.
like bland, generic villain guy.
Villain. Yeah.
Just villain.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's fine. Like that's what I say. I think like the main four are perfectly cast. It's like I don't necessarily know what Kyle MacLachlan is doing. I mean, I guess he's doing what he can do, but
Yeah.
it's like he's not given
Yeah.
very much. And Halle Berry is a super talented actress, but she is just a walking pair of cans for this movie.
But isn't she so pretty? Like, I watched that and I was like, oh my gosh, she was gorgeous. She really was gorgeous. So yeah, I mean, she wasn't given a lot to do, but
It's just like,
she
I'm like, come
she
on.
was so pretty.
Put some respect on Halle Berry's name. She deserves more than just being like, just the sex appeal. I'm
Right.
Like, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
the 90s. I get it. This is the thing. But I'm like, this is just, it's played out. Like,
Well, and it would have been like you have to remember too, like they're going back to content that's the 50s and 60s. That is what you would have seen.
yeah.
You would have had that secretary character. I don't know that they were taking it super seriously. I think it was also super tongue in cheek. Her name was Sharon Stone, right? And they tried to get Sharon Stone, but she was busy, so she didn't do it. And they tried to get Nicole Kidman, and Nicole Kidman turned it down.
Oh, that would
So
have been
Halle
very
Berry
different.
took it. Very, very different. But Halle Berry, I mean,
She's great.
she's so pretty. Like, really. So pretty. Like, I know she's pretty. You just don't see her very much anymore. But, like, at that time, shoo.
She was in
she was gorgeous.
Moonfall.
Oh, she was?
Do you even
Was that
know
a good
what
movie?
Moonfall
I've
is?
never even heard of it.
No, it was Roland Emmerich's latest flick. Do you know Roland Emmerich?
No.
Independence Day,
Oh, I love
2012,
Independence Day.
20,000
Okay.
BC. He makes movies where cities blow up and people run around and try to stop them from blowing up. That's all that Roland Emmerich does. And then one time
Okay.
he made a movie with Mel Gibson called The Patriot.
Oh, yeah, that was a good movie. Revolutionary War movie with
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, yeah.
He was just a baby.
That's like the one good movie that Roland Emmerich has ever made.
I didn't know that. What an interesting group of movies he's done.
He's kind of a hack. He's
Yeah. I mean, Independence Day is good, though. I love Independence Day. That's a good movie.
It's fine. I don't really like that movie.
You don't? Oh, my gosh. That's a good cast, too.
It is a good cast.
You have Bill Pullman and Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. Like, what a
Data.
great cast. Data. I think Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls is in the opening scene where they're on the roof and the aliens are coming, or is that Men in Black?
I haven't
I
seen
get
Men
those
in
two
Black.
mixed up.
Because they're
You
Will
haven't?
Smith alien movies. No, I haven't seen
Yeah,
Men
they
in
both
Black.
came out around the same time too. Then I get them mixed up, like the details of them
Oh.
mixed up. I know the stories are different, but like specific scenes, I don't remember if that was from Men in Black or if it was from Independence Day. But it was Lorelai Gilmore. I do remember that part.
Well, I'm going to add
Anyway.
to the confusion because I was about to say I think Jack Black is in Independence Day, but he's in Mars Attacks,
I was gonna say I don't think
which is a different alien movie, but
different
came out
alien.
around the same time.
Yeah, I mean there were a lot. That was a popular. I mean, you had E.T., you had all those things.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was the early '80s. That was '82. But
Yeah.
alien movies were big.
Yeah, I think like after Independence Day, it was like, Mars Attacks. Remember the trading cards from the 50s? Tim Burton does. And Jack Nicholson does. He plays 2 roles in that movie.
Really?
He plays
in
the-
Mars Attacks?
Yeah, he plays the president, and he plays the owner of a casino in Las Vegas. I think.
Interesting.
I don't know why. I think just Tim Burton and Jack Nicholson had fun with Batman, and so we're like,
Sure. Yeah. I think sometimes I think it's fun to see that happen where it's like, I really liked working with this person.
Yeah.
Well, even this movie, like Steven Spielberg's like, he was great in all ways. Let's throw him in here. I think he'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and John Goodman was in the middle of Roseanne at the time. He filmed this during hiatus on Roseanne. So, yeah, that was really what he was. That was his bread and butter was Roseanne. That's where everyone grew to love him. So
oh yeah,
he was fantastic on that show.
I have not seen it, and now Roseanne Barr is a QAnon crazy
Yes. And she used to live in Iowa.
lady. Hey, nice.
She was married to Tom Arnold, and Tom Arnold is from the Iowa City area.
Okay.
And so she and Tom had a house here in Iowa while they were married.
Wow.
Yeah, not our proudest moment. But anyway, it's fine. We were kind of famous for a moment. Oh, anyway, he played the best character on that show. He was just the coolest. Him and Laurie Metcalf really took off after being in Roseanne. And Laurie Metcalf is a treasure. You know her, right? You have a look on your face like, I don't know who
Well, I
that is.
have to look up her face.
Okay, yeah, she was the mom in Toy Story, the voice
okay.
of the mom in Toy Story. And she was in Lady Bird. That was kind of one of her big movies.
Yeah, I know.
She plays one of the moms on Big Bang Theory. Whoa, blinded.
Yeah.
was so bright.
My dark mode is not working on IMDb, so I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I can't look at her her credits. Okay. Jeez, it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
bright.
She's been in a lot of stuff. She is very, very good. Very good actress. She's won a lot of awards. But she never really has these huge parts.
Yeah.
But she won a ton of Emmys and stuff when she was on Roseanne. She's really good. Anyway, I like her a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is kind of fun, and I didn't know this because I never really watched Young Sheldon. On Big Bang Theory, she plays Sheldon's mom.
Oh.
And on Young Sheldon, her daughter plays his mom. And her voice, I turned to Jenna and I was like, is that Laurie Metcalf's daughter? And we looked it up, and it is. She has the exact same voice. I was like, that is perfect casting. She was wonderful. I couldn't believe it. Their voices are exactly the same. She could play Andy's mom on Toy Story just fine. It was crazy.
Wow. That's fun.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, it was fun. I didn't even know she was an actress. It was just kind of a fun little surprise.
Is she in other things, or is it just Young Sheldon?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I've never seen her in anything before, but I don't know. That's a good question.
We'll
For
answer
another
it
day.
later. Let's talk about the
Yes.
cameos in this film.
Let's do, please.
Well, of course, we have to talk about the late, the great Jay Leno,
Oh, yes.
who plays.
He's not dead.
Well, yeah, but he's dead late night.
Okay. I was like, did he die? What's happening?
Well,
Okay.
probably soon. But
He's not that old.
in the grand scheme of things. He's in it, and he plays a TV host guy. I don't. I was like, for a second, I'm like, is that Jay Leno? And then they punch in a little bit closer, and I'm like, okay, yep, that's definitely Jay Leno.
Yep.
No one else looks like Jay Leno. It's him and do you know who Robert Zadar is? I don't. I don't know why I ask these questions. There's no chance in hell you know who Robert Zadar is. But that is a dude who has a very recognizable face, like Jay Leno. He has the same chin as Jay Leno, except
really?
Robert Zadar might have a bigger chin than Jay Leno.
Wow. I mean, that's kind of what Jay's known for.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't want to talk too much about it because it almost seems like he might have some sort of like.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't want to say like a deformity. I don't know what the correct term would be. But I don't know. He was in a bunch of like B movies in the 80s.
He was in the movie Tango and Cash with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell.
Oh, hey, good for Robert Zadar.
Yeah, that was good. Jack Palance was in it.
Oh,
I'm looking at it right here. Jack Palance and Terry Hatcher from Desperate Housewives.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a buddy cop movie. He played the bad guy. Did he play a lot of bad guys?
Oh, of course. I mean, look at that face.
Yeah. Yeah.
He plays the heavy and everything.
That's interesting. It did say he has a genetic disorder called cherubism.
Oh.
Which causes excessive bone growth in the lower face.
Oh, okay.
He was a former police officer.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
And his most popular role is in Maniac Cop.
Yes, that is the other one they they mentioned, but I don't know what that is. What is that exactly?
It's just a B movie from the 80s.
Oh,
I don't think it's very remarkable.
Okay. But he was in this? I didn't even see him. When was he on?
No, Jay Leno was in it. And Robert Zadar kind of looks like Jay Leno.
Oh my gosh.
That's how we got
I thought he was really in it.
No. No, he's not in it. This is just a tangent. But you know who else is in it?
I don't.
Sam Raimi is in it. You don't know? You know who Sam Raimi is.
I recognize the name, but I don't. Is he a director?
Yes.
Okay, but what did he do? What director? What did he direct?
You would know that he did the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Oh, okay.
But he also did movies like Darkman or The Evil Dead or what's another one of his big ones? I guess just Evil Dead or Army of Darkness are probably his big ones. Doctor Strange 2.
Oh, I never did see the second one. I only saw the first one.
That's okay.
That's one of the 5 Marvel movies I've seen. I wasn't a big Marvel person. And one of them was Batman versus Superman, Civil War, or whatever that is. That was my first. But that's not, we've talked about this before, isn't it? We've talked about this. Every time. Okay, so I feel like we've even talked about this.
Probably.
I've seen Ant-Man.
Okay.
I've seen Doctor Strange. I've seen the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh.
And that's it. So 3.
Wow. The other Guardians movies are great.
No Iron Man, no nothing else. No Endgame, none of it. I haven't seen any of those.
Well, that's fine.
I felt like once I missed the beginning, I was going to be behind, and so I just never did watch them.
You'd have to watch 50 movies to catch up now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And, nobody's going to do that. But Sam Raimi directed the second Doctor Strange movie, and I went and saw that movie specifically for that reason. because I was so
Oh.
excited because Sam Raimi hadn't made a movie, I think, until like it was 2011 to 2023.
Okay.
And that was his like gap. And I was like, Sam Raimi's back. I'm going to watch it. I'm so excited. And then it was a Marvel movie.
No. Was it even a good Marvel movie?
No.
Or was it a meh
It was bad. But
bad?
Bruce Campbell was in it. And I was very excited about that because Bruce Campbell is Ash from Evil Dead. He's in like every single one of Sam Raimi's movies. He even gets the after credits scene. It's like
Oh.
kind of like the after credits scene wasn't setting up a movie. It was just like Bruce Campbell being goofy. And I'm like, thank you. That's what I want. It's just something
It's
fun.
like the it's like those mini shorts that used to be in front of Pixar. They aren't related. They're just a good time.
Yeah. That's all you need.
We miss those.
Yeah. Yeah, because we just saw Elio and there was no intro short.
did.
It's very
It
sad.
was very sad. Yeah.
Was very sad. But Sam Raimi is in the Flintstones.
Yeah, what did he do? What did he play?
It was the where they're playing it on the news. There's like this recreation of John Goodman firing all of the people, and Cliff is like, "Oh, John Goodman, don't do it, don't do it." And that's Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi is Cliff.
Oh my gosh. How random.
I don't. I didn't really look into it, like if he and Brian Levant were friends or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I have no idea, but it was just felt kind of random because Sam Raimi doesn't act. Like,
Did you recognize his face? You were
Oh,
like, oh my gosh, that's Sam. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I did.
I didn't know if you'd know who he was, like
Yeah,
if you saw his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
would know Sam Raimi. I've seen a lot of interviews with the guy. So like I knew him, like, oh, that's weird. But then I didn't look into it. I
Yeah.
should have looked into it.
That is interesting. It feels very random to have that, have him just pop up in there. But
Well, there was a lot of
that's
that.
cool.
Like, why was Jay Leno there? Like, he was just the host of the
I feel
Tonight
like
Show.
Jay Leno used to show up and stuff all the time.
Really?
Anytime they needed somebody, you see it sometimes with Jimmy Fallon every once in a while, or Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah.
where they'll need a late night host. It was always Jay Leno jumping in to do the cameo spots. Conan did a lot of those too, I feel like.
Oh,
but
yeah.
not as many as Jay Leno. Jay Leno was, anytime they needed somebody to make a comment on what was happening in the world and to show that everybody knew about it, it was always Jay Leno on the Tonight Show.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
could
you
see
knew.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Conan
did a
is
lot of
in The
that.
Office.
Oh, I don't know that I remembered that.
He has a little cameo. It's when Michael goes to New York. I don't know if that's the episode that he's trying to get a raise. I think that might be it. But he's like, I'm so excited. I think I saw someone that kind of looks like Halle Berry. It was like some 90s celebrity. I think I found, I couldn't tell if it was a lookalike, but like, I don't know. They kind of looked similar. I'm counting it as a win. And then in the background, Conan like walks by and then the camera like zooms in on him. And Michael is just like going on about this person that kind of looks like this old celebrity.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh, Conan, I love him so much. Just side note, he had on, I do not know her name, the girl from The Bear.
Oh, Ayo Edebiri. Oh, she's
Those
great.
two together
Yeah.
are magic.
I could see
They're
that.
both from Boston, and they are magic together. It was up there with my Harrison Ford
Really?
favorite Conan. Yeah, so good. You should listen to it when you're
I
driving
should.
around in your truck because it is a really, really good one.
I
Like
should.
they play so well off each other and they get along so well, and you can tell they're friends.
Oh, yeah.
And dang, she is quick. She is so quick. I was so impressed by her. I just think she's amazing.
She's so
Anyway.
good. I like.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah. She might be like one of my favorite actors working right now. Like, I think she is fantastic.
She's amazing. Yeah.
And
And
she
she
has,
was
like-
nominated for an Emmy for the directing of Forks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't remember if she won or not. or maybe that's still upcoming. But anyway, she was nominated for her first directing thing she ever did. That was her first directing thing. But she was talking about her, like how she came up, and oh man, she just and she was just so hilariously funny.
Oh, yeah.
And her and Conan were rolling. You should really listen to it. It was very good. Sorry, that was very much a tangent.
That's
But I like
okay.
her. But I didn't know that the new season was out. Did you know?
I did. Yeah, I saw that it came out like a couple weeks ago, but I have not
I
seen
didn't
it.
know that. I need to watch it. I've heard it's pretty good.
I haven't
I've heard you have to
anything.
get through the first few
Oh.
episodes, and
Okay.
then it takes off again, and people really like it.
Well, that's good. Yeah, they like
I love
dropped the
that show.
whole season. It was kind of weird. It was just like out of nowhere they dropped the whole season.
I don't even feel I heard anything about the fact that they were dropping it. It just seemed like I heard about it on the podcast. I was like, what do you mean it's been out for 2 weeks? How
Yeah.
did I not know?
Yeah, because
I'm
I
not
think
hearing anything.
I was watching Andor, and then like
Hmm.
on the top of Disney Plus, it said like The Bear, the whole season's out. I'm like, okay, no fanfare, no marketing. This is like one of the most successful shows on FX, and like, why aren't they promoting it? Doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it HBO?
No, FX.
It's not?
I just said
I thought
it.
it was HBO. I know I heard you say it, but I thought it was HBO.
No.
I didn't think it was FX. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
I really thought it was HBO. Okay. Well, okay. I trust you. Anyway, go listen to Conan with her.
Okay.
So good. This is going to be one of those things I'm going to bug you about until you listen to it. So you might as well just do it because I know how much you're going to love it.
We're recording an episode right now. You're already getting on my case. You just told me about it 2 minutes ago, and now you're threatening to not to keep bothering me until I do it. And it's like you gave me less than 5 minutes to listen to the whole episode.
know.
Plus, we're recording.
I'm just saying. Because what you do is you're like, yeah, Mom, I'm going to listen to it. And then you never do. And then I'd be like, hey, did you listen to it? Oh, no, I've been so busy. I'm like, you spend all day in the truck, throw your earbuds in and listen to that podcast, dude. It's so good.
The truck is too loud, and I can't
is?
hear voices. And so now you're picking on a disabled person. And so I want
sorry.
I want everyone listening to this to drop comments in my support. And maybe create a GoFundMe so that I can emancipate myself from my abusive mother. So if someone can get that started, I'd appreciate it.
You're the worst.
I know.
Oh.
Anyways, let's talk about the Flintstones.
Yeah, let me say something about Mel Blanc.
Oh, yeah.
So Mel
I was gonna
Blanc
bring that
died
up.
5 years before this movie came out, but they took all of the original audio from the original Flintstones and used it for Dino, and so he got a film credit for this movie because they used the original audio from the series, which I thought was so nice. I
That is
liked
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw that name and I'm like, Mel Blanc was alive in 94? Like, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
I didn't know that he died. Okay. I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of a cool little touch. The other thing I thought was kind of funny, Barney's truck playing the theme from the Jetsons. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, I didn't.
His ice cream truck played the theme from the Jetsons.
I didn't notice that.
I thought
That's
that was
fun,
cute.
though.
There's so many little things like that that were just so stinking enjoyable. I liked it.
And Hannah and Barbara show up. They have cameos.
I heard they were in there, but I don't remember what roles they played. Do you?
What are they? Joseph Barbera is credited as man in Mercedes. And William Hanna is credited as executive in boardroom.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool that they got them to be in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not recognize them, obviously, but man, I recognize their names. They did everything.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were it in animation at the time.
Man, William Hanna died in 2001.
Really?
Born in 1910.
Wow.
Yeah. 90 years old. That's kind of crazy.
He lived to a ripe old age.
Man, and Barbera, born 1911, died in 2006.
Whoa,
He was
even
95. Man, both
older.
of
Animation
them.
keeps you young.
I guess so. I guess if you're just...
That means they were pretty old when they were in this movie.
Yeah, they would have
They
been
would have
in
been
their
in
80s.
their 80s. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
That's fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that's it for cameos, I think.
The B-52s.
Oh, the B-52s, yeah. Yeah. What were they called? The
Twist. Oh.
There was some sort of play on it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
It's the BC-52s.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of, I did not remember that at all, that they were in it.
I think I
had
saw,
totally forgotten that.
Aren't they in the opening credits that it was like guest appearance by the B-52s or something? I remember seeing them in like the rock font.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had forgotten it. And there's a blonde lady that was in the B-52s. I don't know where she was, but like when you watched the Love Shack video, she was in the Love Shack video, and anytime they performed on like Jay Leno or whatever, the blonde lady was in there. She always sang the alto part. And I kept looking for her, like, where is she? But I didn't see her. It was just the main redheaded lady. I can't think of what her name is. But
There's a lot of drama.
anyway, I don't know. Maybe they broke up. I don't know. I just know it was kind of funny to see. And I cannot think of what her name is, but she was so animated. Her face she was so into it. It was kind of fun to watch her but she was a very animated person in general, is. I don't know if she's alive or not. But anyway, even when they would perform on stage and stuff, or I'd see them on, late night or something, she is just a very animated performer. It was very fun to see them do that. And that song was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Twist, twist.
Everyone's going for it in this movie.
Yeah,
Even the little, the B-52s are just like that. But everyone else is like full sending it, and I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. It is so far over the top. It's so campy, but it is also fun.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take it. When you know that they're not taking it seriously and they're truly just there to have a good time, which you can tell everyone there is just there to have a good time. It's nothing about anything that's going to be an award winner. Although they did win a Razzie.
That's not.
Let me find that because I wrote it down. Probably not what you were going for, but they got one. The writer and director won a Razzie for screenplay, I think.
That's fair. Because the screenplay is really bad.
Yeah, it was worst screenplay. 1995 winner of the Razzie Award. He also won a Razzie for the worst screenplay in Jingle All the Way.
Okay,
He's a 2-time Razzie winner.
That's not deserved.
Brian Levant.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, and little
Christmas
Anakin
movie.
Skywalker.
Yeah. Yeah, he won 2 Razzies for the Flintstones and then Jingle All the Way. Just so I had no idea who this dude was. But he did a lot of the live action Scooby-Doo movies. He did The Spy Next Door.
Oh.
Jingle All the Way, Snow Dogs. Are We There Yet? He did that
nice.
movie. He also did, this is our tie into our, it should be 6 degrees of separation and not 7 degrees, but we're going to stick with the 7 because...
Why?
I was like, 7 doesn't sound right, and it's not. It's actually 6 degrees
It's the
of
6
separation.
degrees of... I thought it was the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
I'm pretty sure it's the 6.
Wait. Hold the phone.
Are you looking it up?
The 7 degrees... Oh. The 6... Wait. The 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, more commonly known as 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. What does that mean?
I think it's 6 degrees, and they're just trying to have pity on you.
Whoops. Okay, so it is the 6, which means that I would be the last one.
Yeah. you would be the last one. Unless we want to stick with 7, we can always do 7 if you want. But anyway, one of his movies ties back to our degrees of separation. And that would be Bad News Bears from 1979 with our friend Walter Matthau.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
That is nice.
Just right back to Walter all over again. It always comes back to Walter.
I've been saying that for years.
I mean, for sure. Anyway.
But maybe speaking of the Razzie, maybe we should talk about the story because we have kind of glanced over it and haven't talked about it at all.
Sure.
The crux of the film is that Fred is a dumb guy and Barney is a smart guy. I don't remember that from the show. Was Barney a smart guy? I thought he was kind of a dummy.
I think that, I don't know. I don't remember their dynamic very well.
I thought Barney was kind of an oaf, and then Fred would get frustrated with him and thop him on the head. That's kind of the vibe that I remember, but I was also 8.
Yeah, I don't remember, and it's been a long time that I've seen the original show, so I can't really say. I don't know.
I don't know. But Barney's a smart guy and Fred's a dumb guy. Kyle MacLachlan
wicked.
For some reason says, one person is gonna be an executive if you do a good job at this test. And so Barney apparently aces it because he's a smart guy, and Fred flunks it because he's a dumb guy. But Barney switches them because Fred is a good guy. He's dumb, but he's a good guy, and he gave all of his money to Barney so that Barney could have a kid named Bam Bam, who never closes his mouth. And so to repay him, they switch the test, and and in doing so, unleashes a beast more evil than all of the demons in hell combined. It's Fred but rich.
Yes, that's right.
He turns
Rich
into a
Fred.
bad guy because Kyle MacLachlan keeps giving him so much money.
Yeah.
Which, to me, it kind of seems like Kyle MacLachlan maybe paid more than he got because, like, he was giving Fred millions of dollars. Like, Fred was wearing, like, super expensive suits, got a new car. He's, like, paying for, like, Betty and Barney to be, like, house people around the house. It's like, this guy, Kyle MacLachlan, is giving him billions of dollars. And he's
they had a hot tub.
Yeah. It's like, this is the richest person I've ever seen. And Kyle MacLachlan's like, I'm going to make $10 million. So like, I think you already blew like 150 on like getting Fred to do what you want him to do. But I guess that doesn't matter. The true moral of the story is that it's a film about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also money is the root of all evil.
I guess. Yeah. I guess that.
Hey, I want to tell you, I went out and looked, and it did say that Barney was often shown as dumber than Fred.
That's what I was kind of thinking
on the show. Mm-hmm. But neither of them are smart.
Yeah.
And they said that in the something Gazoo, it must be their newspaper. Oh. They refer to both of them as dum-dums. So that's kind of harsh. But anyway, yes, you're right. Apparently, Barney was the less smart of the two in the show.
That's what I kind of remembered.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. As great as Rick Moranis is, I don't like that character. Doesn't really feel like Barney to me. I think Fred feels like Fred. But yeah. I think that's probably just because John Goodman is like transformative in that role.
I think about like Barney is like kind of like a sad sack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that underdog feel, you still get that underdog feel, even though he is the smarter of the two. He makes the right choices and gets smacked in the face for it every time. And poor, like, when he's serving them at the restaurant, and then he's the ice cream man, and he's got all these horrible jobs, and you feel so. I feel like Rick Moranis is so good at that,
like sad puppy
the
dog
sad.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. But yeah, I think, they start out where they're trying to help Barney and Wilma.
Fred and Wilma. Barney
Fred and Wilma,
Betty.
Barney, Betty.
I know. I was having a hard time remembering her name too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, and then like the resentment that started to happen, and the whole time he knows like the only reason he has this, but he's my good friend. He helped me get my son. Like it's all worth it. It'll be fine. The good guy finishes last, sort of thing. Although at the end, that wonderful redemption arc where they band together to take down the bad guy, and they are friends again, and they love each other. It was nice. I don't know. It was just nice.
It was nice. I'll pose this question to the audience. If you have not seen this movie, have you seen a movie that was made roughly from 1991 to around 1996? Then you have seen this movie. Because it is like so cookie cutter, boilerplate. It is like, am I watching like a Mickey Mouse cartoon? Like this is like so, and I guess like maybe that's what they're trying to do, is do something that feels kind of old fashioned, but like it's the 90s. Like 7 is like about to come out. Like no, like what are we doing?
Yeah, what we're doing is nostalgia. That is what we're doing.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't have the same expectations for it. It's a simple story. We're just coming out of the 80s where we're looking at the peak of consumption culture.
Yeah.
Think like Working Girl, as we were talking about that time, talking about money and the impact that it has on friendships and greed. And there's so many things. And also, there's a lot of feminist ideas in this, which kind of are, because
what?
Well, I mean, kind of, because it's the women that are the smart ones here. Like those two guys are idiots, and they are trying to. They're figuring it out a little bit. They're trying to figure it out. But also, I think of the Sharon Stone character, the Halle Berry character.
That's what I was going to say.
While she was like, and they treated her like she was stupid, you knew that she was smart. And in the end, she was smart. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, feminist anthem. However, there were some things where even in the old show, like you wouldn't have gotten anything that would have said like that Betty and Wilma had any brains in their head. And so there were some kind of side comments I felt like where they were like maybe a little bit of girl power, not a lot of girl power, and obviously they had to stick to the tone of the original material, but there definitely were some things in there where I was like, oh, okay, I can see what you're trying to do there, in a sly sort of way to kind of sneak some things in.
I don't know.
I wouldn't call it a girl power movie, though.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
Either.
But there were some things where I was like, okay, yeah, I can see that Halle Berry has a brain in her head, but she's playing stupid because she's trying to get what she wants. And she has to do that to, get what she wants.
In the context of the movie, I understand like why you're saying that. I'm looking at this as like zoom out. And I'm like, I can't call any movie that has just like gratuitous shots of like Halle Berry's tits. I'm like, this is not any sort of like feminist movie. There's like so many scenes of like Fred going, like getting
but it's very tongue in cheek. Like that's the whole thing of it. Like
I understand.
I think of that Austin Powers too. Like you have that 1960s dumb woman bombshell. Like they're not being serious about it. It's tongue in cheek.
I understand, but it's like we're just talking like they objectify the hell out of Halle Berry, And like, I understand that her character is doing that in the movie, but that doesn't stop the fact that like in trying to say something, they are kind of doing the thing. And
go ahead.
and I don't think that this movie is necessarily trying to pull off anything like The Substance or something that is like specifically like trying to make a critique on the objectification of women by like showing Margaret Qualley in these like seductive poses or whatever. Like there's nothing like that in whatever. Like The Substance is like more of a feminist thing than this movie.
Absolutely. It has a different purpose.
Yes.
But I will say, like, even thinking about Working Girl versus this,
Sure.
where it felt much more objectifying, I felt, in Working Girl because it was not necessary. It was like in this movie, it felt like they were making a point with it. Like she is using her looks to get what she wants.
Yeah.
In this situation. Whereas in Working Girl, it's like, well, let's just show her getting dressed for no reason.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in on her boobs. Let's zoom in on her butt. I'm like, why? Why? There's no reason for that. To me, Working Girl felt worse than this did. This felt campy and fun. And while, while we understand that she is playing that up to get what she wants, it felt very different than I felt like Working Girl felt more objectifying than this one did.
I would agree.
Personally.
Yeah. I'm not saying that like this is the worst, like this set back the cause of feminism 20 years. I'm just saying like this is, I wouldn't start waving the flag and start saying that this is a hidden gem. A feminist.
That is not what I was trying to say. I'm saying there was some feminist undertones to say, like, she wasn't just that.
Yeah.
So if you would have watched this in the 60s in the cartoon, she would have been just that. And here we're like, okay, you can see what she's doing. There are moments in the scenes with her where you can see she's recognizing and calculating what she's doing. And she's weighing her options, right? She's a thinking woman. Mm-hmm. We all know she's not stupid. You come away from that whole thing going, okay, she may be beautiful, but she is not stupid. And the same things with Betty and Wilma. Like, their husbands are acting like idiots, and they are, those guys, whatever. I mean, I don't like male bashing either. I don't like it either direction. But I do think there were some things that just kind of let, like little hints of acknowledging that this is not how the world is anymore, and we are not stupid. And I appreciated that.
There's a little bit of that.
A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. But like, I'm just like, I think I'm really hung up on this Halle Berry thing because I'm like, this is, like, I don't know. I'm like trying to think like, because I think, and maybe this is just me thinking that the character isn't like done super well, because like I'm thinking of like a very similar role would be Mirage in Incredibles. Like she's the lady that works with Syndrome and like kind of lures Mr. Incredible to start working with them, and then she kind of has this revelation and switches sides, but that like felt more earned than it did. Mainly because like she had to watch Mr. Incredible get tortured while his family was being shot down over the island. So like when the stakes are that high, I guess it kind of makes sense for like someone to like have this change of heart. Whereas like Halle Berry was just getting a bunch of cash and felt bad because this dumb guy that has done nothing but stare at her cleavage is going to be blamed for it, and I'm like, why do you care? Like this is your whole life up till this point, I assume, has been like to try to get this cash, but now because some guy who's been sexually harassing you is gonna get hurt for it.
Well, didn't he? I thought he did something where he stood up for her, or he was like, he did something kind of to defend her in some way in the movie. And that's like where I felt we could start seeing him turn.
I
see her turn.
I think what it was that Halle Berry was trying to seduce him, and then Wilma came in and was like, "Oh, Fred, don't do that." And then like, and then Fred was like, I wouldn't do that." And then like they have this conversation at the end, and she's like, "Oh, your wife's a lucky woman." And he's like, "No, I love her. She's the love of my life. I would never do anything to jeopardize this marriage." And she's like, "Wow, I have respect for the bond between this man and his wife. I sure hope that nothing bad happens to him, even though I am trying to make him take the fall for us extorting a bunch of money." I don't know. I just think that
You could be right.
everything about this
I may
movie is
have to
kinda
cede
bad.
this one to you, but
That
I don't
it's
know.
poorly
I
written?
felt like
I thought
there
we
were
agreed on
things in
that.
there where, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt like there were things in there where I was like, I don't feel like I'm totally being objectified, like I have been
No.
in other movies where it's like, I don't know. I just felt like there was a little more substance than what I was expecting from the female characters in this movie, regardless of her, like, what she looked like and all that kind of jazz. Although
Yeah.
I did just harp on how beautiful she is because she really is
Well, she is
very
yeah.
beautiful. But yes, I mean, I can see what you're saying. I can see that, what your point is. But I
Yeah.
also feel like there were some little nuggets in there where I was like, okay, maybe a little bit. Not a lot, but maybe a little bit.
I don't know. Maybe some. I'm just like, those scenes just
Yeah.
really didn't work for me, and I think her characterization just really didn't work. I don't know. All the new characters were just like, it's fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan's fine. He's just a bad guy. It's like, whatever.
Right.
I don't
But
know.
we have no attachment to them, and that's part of it. It's the
Yeah.
attachment and the representation and the nostalgia for those original characters that is what makes them sing on the screen. It's
Yeah.
you have no attachment to those people, so I don't, you don't care. They could be whoever,
Yeah.
and it would be just fine because it just wasn't central to the story.
Which is kind of unfortunate, and it kind of makes me beg the question, why even have them if you aren't going to do something interesting with them?
Yeah.
Because like we should theoretically care about Halle Berry, and I don't really like.
We didn't see enough of her life outside
Yeah.
of those few conversations. Yeah.
It's like none of the new characters were established enough, and the like returning characters I feel like were like pretty like they depended on you having like knowledge about the Flintstones characterization before watching the movie, which I guess is a fair thing to like do in 1994. It's,
Yeah.
30 years later, I don't think like most people my age would be able to identify or like this movie as much as I did. Even though I just spent a long time bashing this Halle Berry and the CGI and whatever. But like, I don't know. Like there was a lot of stuff that kind of worked for me, but the new stuff was just like,
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I was telling my friends at work that we were going to talk about this one. I'm like, yeah, I watched Flintstones this weekend. And my one friend who's 30, I think she's 30, came over. Oh my gosh, I love the Flintstones. That's the best movie. And I was like,
Oh.
huh, that's interesting. And then my other friend overheard and was like, I just watched this with my kids this weekend.
oh,
And I was like, really? Did they like it? She's like, oh, my kids love that movie. So
so I'm wrong.
that was very surprising to me.
Interesting.
I thought for sure this just, disappeared into the ether. I did not expect that sort of reaction from the two people that happened to be in my conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know. It surprised me. It
That
surprised
is
me.
interesting.
So I don't know if young kids are still seeing the Flintstones somewhere. And so there is some connection, or if they just like the Scooby-Doo movies, they're, they know the new IP, not the originals. I don't know what the answer is to that, but I just found it very interesting that I had two people who were very enthusiastic about this movie, and I was telling them how badly it was rated, and they were like, well, we love it. My kids love it. I love it. So, you take it for what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. And maybe I'm thinking too
Yeah.
critically, but I don't know.
It's fair. I mean, it is a good thing to think about. I think representation, even in something campy, is still representation, right?
Sure.
Also, oh, I lost it.
I want to
Never
talk about
mind.
bowling.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Oh, okay. I'm glad. I wasn't going to do it the same exact way that you were, too. I was just going to abruptly, like, just cut off and go, okay, let's talk about bowling.
That is exactly what I was going to talk about, and I lost it. That is so funny. Yes. Talk about a throwback to our previous movie.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to see John Goodman in, like, the one scene that he was bowling. I was going to say, after watching The Big Lebowski, I was like, I want more scenes where they're bowling. Mainly because
so cute.
of how much they bring it up. Like, they're always talking about bowling, and I'm like, we only see them at the lanes once. If they are the king of the lanes, they should be entering a tournament and then getting angry when someone steps over the line. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yes. Yes. Well, and those twinkle toes were just magical.
Yeah.
Magical. I loved that. And also, I forgot about this cameo. Richard Mall was one of his guys on his bowling team, and he was on Night Court. And Mall is my maiden name, and I was so excited because Richard Mall has my last name, and no one had that last name. And so anytime I saw him show up in something, it was very, very exciting. And so seeing him with hair was weird. Seeing him with facial hair was weird.
Yeah.
But still, seeing him in this movie made my heart sing.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
But those bowling scenes were really, really good. That one bowling scene, yeah. They were saying that they weren't going to put it in there at all. Like, that was a last minute sort of addition to the movie. And they were like, we have to, because they talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they did, because that was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, me too. And I was like, this is like too much of their character. It would be like in the live action Garfield movie if Garfield always talked about lasagna and only ate lasagna in the beginning of the film.
That's right.
That's what
exactly
I'm
the same.
It's
That's
exactly the same. It's exactly the same situation.
It is. It is. And it makes the Big Lebowski all that much more powerful after having seen him bowl here.
I guess so.
It's pretty great.
Although I
loved that.
I don't think Walter ever bowls in the Big Lebowski. I don't know if we ever see.
No, he just sits there.
Just sits there.
He just sits there and yells at everyone else.
Yeah. Everyone else bowls, not him. So I guess it was nice to see him do a strike, which is awesome.
With his twinkle toes.
Yeah. I love that.
I really liked that.
Trying to get the...
Like, his little toes.
I didn't like the sway thing he was doing, trying to get it to go one way. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I thought that. The physical comedy in this is pretty hilarious.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and when the bird goes off to clock out and he like jumps out of the thing and he like freeze frames. They do that a couple times and it like never got old. That's just so funny.
I know. There were some scenes where I'm like, how did they do this scene? When he's carrying the bird and the bird's like talking. And I'm like, how are they doing that? I can't see anybody behind him. I don't know how they... I'm not sure how they do those. But yeah, I was trying to see, where's his other hand? And
either he did it or it was like remote controlled.
yeah, I don't know. Some of that stuff I just found really interesting. And I think that was part of the fun of it too, is like seeing all these practical sets that were built and then trying to figure out, like, how did they get him to go up on his tippy toes when they're out in the middle of this canyon? How did they do that? Did they pick him up with a crane? Like, how did some of these things that they were doing didn't make any sense and how they could do it then. And that was just fun, kind of just to think about that and imagine a little bit what they had to do to make those things happen.
I imagine this is like a really good behind the scenes, like watching how they made it. Like one of my favorites of those is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because that's like so wild a transformation how they did that. But I imagine there's a lot of stuff like that here too, with like all of there's like so many like cartoony effects. And I'm not just talking about like the birds flying over the head, but like Winnie's
Yeah.
like jumps up and freezes for like a second, then comes back down. Like there's a lot of like cartoony like physics going on here
Yeah.
that are done mostly
Oh,
practical.
when he's doing Yabba Dabba-Doo. Is
Yeah,
that what
yeah.
you're talking about? Yeah, and he's up in the air, and it's like, how are they doing that? He's outside.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of stuff like that that I think would be kind of interesting to see how they did it.
Yeah, I agree. There was something in my notes. Let me look really quickly because there was something in here that I feel like where they were talking about the set. Yeah, the 12 weeks to create the puppets. So yes, I told you about that. The bedrock set. So that's the community. That's not in the canyon, but the bedrock set itself took 2 months to build, and it was 10% of their budget. $45 million was the budget on this movie, which I thought was interesting. It grossed, this is interesting, you're going to like this. It grossed $37.2 million domestically on Memorial Day weekend of that year, more than any other film up to that point, surpassing Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade from 1989.
That's really sad.
Isn't that shocking?
I
know.
The Last Crusade, it's an infinitely better movie.
It very much is. But that, I mean, what that tells me is the amount of people that have such fond feelings for it that would come out and see something just because of memories about it. You know, it was very beloved.
Yeah.
So,
I can see
but
that.
yes, the idea that it beat out Last Crusade, which is also a Spielberg movie, it was a little bananas, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's my favorite of the Indiana Joneses.
It's a good one.
Because I love Sean Connery. The dynamic between those two in that movie is just dreamy. In fact, I never saw the second one. I never saw...
Temple of Doom?
No, I've never seen the first two. I've only seen the third one and the fourth one.
You haven't seen Raiders of the Lost Ark?
No! I haven't seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. I haven't seen Temple of Doom. I saw the Crystal Skull, which is so bad.
Wait. So you've seen the Crystal Skull, which has Marion in it, but you didn't know who Marion was because she's in
Nope.
Raiders of the Lost. That's crazy.
Right. Yep. So I saw 3 and 4.
Okay,
Those are the two Indiana Jones I saw. It was terrible.
We're gonna need to do Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's one of the best action adventure movies of all time.
We need to rectify that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that you haven't seen that.
The first one I saw was Last Crusade, and I saw it because I think I saw it because of Sean Connery, because I love Sean Connery so much. But the scene where the guy's face melts, boy, I did not like that.
Oh, in the third one?
Yeah, when they're. I mean, I'm not spoiling anything. When they're seeing the when they're doing the Holy Grail, and the guy, like, he chose poorly.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he melts, and
I thought you were talking
That
about
grossed
the one in the first movie.
oh, he melts too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Does he melt? Does there somebody melt?
Everybody melts.
So maybe that's why I never saw it,
Maybe.
because I wouldn't like that. And then I'd heard the second one, they take a heart out of somebody's body, and I knew I
sure
couldn't
do.
do that. So that's why I didn't watch that one. That I remember very vividly.
That's the one that nobody likes. Well, like people like it, but the people who made it don't like it. And like it's interesting because I think everybody was getting a divorce. George Lucas was like getting a divorce, and he was writing it, and he was like, I want this to be a real dark movie. And Spielberg's like, oh, okay, I guess. And then like Spielberg was getting a divorce, and then the person who plays like Indy's like love interest, like she and Spielberg ended up getting married, and they met on that movie. So like that was like the one, like I think that's something Spielberg has said, where he's like, she's like the best thing that came out of that movie, which is very sweet.
Oh,
I don't know if they're still together, but like you know.
Good question.
Good question.
I will write it down.
I honestly kind of don't think they are, but At one point, he was like, that was like one thing that he liked about it. But like,
Yeah.
I think Harrison Ford and like Spielberg were like arguing about like this movie. Like, it was just kind of a movie that nobody really liked.
Oh,
But it's kind of funny. I mean, it
didn't know
has Short
that.
Round in it. It has Ke Huy Quan.
I know, and I love him.
He's good.
But I had never seen him before Goonies
Well, I mean,
because I'd never seen it.
you mean you haven't?
Goonies was after, right?
Yes. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Temple
I
of
had-
Doom is his first role.
Okay, so I love the background on that whole situation. That's the best. Yeah, no, I had never seen him before Goonies. And the Marcus, not Marcus. Who's the guy that wears the fez?
Oh, Sala?
Yeah, was he in the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like he's in the third one.
Yes.
I don't know their history, and I don't know Marcus's history with it. I know nothing. I have no context.
Okay.
But I just really like that movie.
We're going to do Raiders of the Lost Ark on the show.
We need
It's
to.
crazy that you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely need to, because I do feel like that's another one of those holes in my viewing knowledge.
It might be my favorite Spielberg. It's like so
Really?
good. Yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, something, and this might actually be helpful knowing going in, but like something I didn't realize until like way later is that it's kind of like a Jewish revenge movie. Because like, you know, it's about the like Ark of the Covenant, like this very important kind of relic in like Jewish religion. Spielberg is a
Yeah.
Jewish guy. His dad fought in World War II. So like the Nazis are trying to get the Ark of the Covenant. They're trying to like use and exploit this like Jewish like icon or relic or whatever to like gain power. And it's eventually like that's kind of their undoing. So it's like, I'm like, oh, he's like doing something, and that's kind of fun. That like it has like this little like, I mean, it isn't like an unpopular thing to swing at Nazis, but it is like there's
Sure.
this message to be like, yeah, you tried to kill us, and we're still alive, and I'm gonna make this movie where your face melts off, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, same thing in the third one too.
Yeah.
They're fighting Nazis in that one, and they're trying to take the Holy Grail so they can live forever.
That's a little different because that's Christian, and like that wouldn't be
True.
an important Jewish thing.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
It's
But
it is kind of funny that like
the Nazis are still the bad guys.
Nazis are still the bad guys, which they aren't the bad guys in Temple of Doom.
Oh,
That's kind of
I didn't know
fun.
that.
I guess
Yeah, I really don't know. I know nothing. I know nothing.
that one. I once took a Indian history class, and it was taught by an Indian guy, and he hates that movie, which is fair, because they
Yeah.
do not portray the Indian people as like very well. I'll leave it at that.
I would imagine. Yeah, I would imagine.
I think they eat eyeball stew at one point. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it's not great.
I wanted to say something about our friend Harrison.
Okay.
He got an Emmy nomination.
Oh, for shrinking.
It's his first Emmy nomination, and I'm so happy for him.
Oh yeah, he doesn't really do TV.
I want him to win. I want him to win in the worst way.
Oh
Go, Harrison, go.
probably
You know
will.
he's not going to campaign for it,
no.
but
It might be like a Jamie Lee Curtis situation where they just give him the award because he's been around forever and he kind of deserves it.
maybe he does deserve it.
Oh, I think he does.
He
but, like,
deserves it for that role, even like
Oh,
not
yeah.
even just as a pity. I'm going to give this to you as a lifetime achievement award situation. Like, I would love to see him win it. I know that if he wins it, people are going to say that though. They're going to be like,
Yeah.
"Well, he just won because he's old." But he deserves it. He was good.
He does. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it would be a
go
more
ahead.
deserved award than Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere. Even though
Yeah,
she's good in it,
she was good in it.
Stephanie Shu should have won. I'll just say that.
Stephanie Shu was great.
She's so good.
She was really good.
Yeah.
I agree.
What did you rate the Flintstones?
Oh my gosh. Well, I haven't even rated it yet. I'm going to say 3. 3 stars from me. 3.5 stars from me.
I also rated
Just
it 3.5.
because it was enjoyable. What?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
You rated that higher than some of our other movies that were so much better?
Like I said,
Like Break-In?
yeah, I think this is a better movie than Break-In.
Okay, all right. 3.5. I need to make sure I go out and put that on Letterboxd. I just made that decision in the moment.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I'm glad you liked it.
It's a fun one if you just don't take it too seriously, which is what I
That's
was
right.
trying to do on this podcast episode.
Totally. Well, it's because I said that it was feminist and it got you all riled
It's
up.
like, whatever. Let's not jump back into that can of worms.
We won't.
I have recently been
Okay.
informed that
Yes.
it's actually 6 degrees instead of 7. So
Oh,
I am
yeah.
the last one.
Okay.
And that actually does make things a little bit easier for me because
okay.
I was going to pick one, but then I didn't know if you had enough options
Okay.
because
But now you're the last one.
I'm the last one, and I'm going to run you through my options
Oh.
because originally I thought, well, it would be kind of fun to do Elizabeth Taylor because we haven't really done a lot of older movies.
I have never seen an Elizabeth Taylor movie except for this one.
Okay. Well, maybe someday.
Not a single one. Yeah.
Because
Like I know of them. I just have never seen one. So maybe someday we could do that. Okay.
yeah. Because I was going to pick Cat on a Hot Tin Roof or whatever that one's called.
Yes,
Because I'm
that's
like, that's kind of like, it's a prestigious, like, it's a very acclaimed movie, and I've never seen it. Have you seen it? Well, I guess you just said you haven't
No.
seen any of them.
I haven't seen it, but it is a play by Tennessee Williams. And what do we know about, right?
I think so. I don't know.
And remember, we went through that whole thing with Tennessee Williams and Marilyn Monroe. We did that one whole long chain.
That's
I
right.
believe that is a play by him.
I think so.
I think so. I'm looking really quickly here just so we can not sound like an idiot right now.
Okay. I
Yep,
appreciate it.
Tennessee Williams, 1958. Okay.
I was going to pick
Go
that
ahead.
one because Paul Newman's in it. And I was like, well, you can just pick any Paul Newman movie. That would be nice. There was no
Which
one
I've
else
never
really
seen a
there.
Paul Newman movie either.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to have to fill in some
Okay, go
blanks
ahead.
for you.
I have so many.
But I decided I'd go with my second pick and follow up Hot Garbage with Hotter Trash. And we're going to do David Lynch's Dune because Kyle MacLachlan's in it.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
Never have. Nope. I've heard it's horrible.
I have. And it's really bad.
Okay.
I thought, I've been picking all the good movies. And not saying that you're picking like bad movies, but it's like I've just
well,
been.
that's just what you said.
No, what I mean is like I'm picking like the artsier stuff, and you're picking like more stuff that you have like an emotional connection to.
Sure.
And so I'm like, you know what? I like watching trash. And I watched Dune last year when Dune 2 came out. Because I was like, I've never seen it, and I think it'd be kind of funny. And I regretted that decision because it's not very good. But I thought that we would watch it because I think it'd be funny if this is the first David Lynch movie you've seen.
Okay.
Although you've seen The Straight Story, so I guess that's not true.
Oh, that is a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
That old Matthew Cuthbert gets me in the heart every time. Mm-hmm. I
So-
love that guy.
Your second David Lynch film, which is probably
Yes.
going to be the last David Lynch movie you ever watch, will be Dune. Unless you really want to watch Eraserhead or The Elephant Man.
No. I've seen The Elephant Man.
Okay. So
Is that the black and white one?
Yeah.
Yep, seen it. When I was a kid,
I haven't seen it.
I
don't
watched it all the time when I was a kid. Why?
I don't know.
Why? That was like very common viewing in our household when I was a kid. It was on HBO.
Oh,
So
sure.
we watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then I guess I have seen two David
seen
Lynch
two
films, and
David
now I'm getting ready to watch my lucky number 3.
That's right.
Dune.
The whole reason he got Dune was because of Elephant Man. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. There,
Okay.
I was going to drop some more trivia, but we'll just save it. I know too much David Lynch trivia surrounding this movie.
Well,
And I
and
guess in
he lived
general.
around here.
He did.
He lived in Fairfield, right?
He sure
Yeah.
did. The Golden Temple that's there teaches a David Lynch screenwriting class, which I think is the worst decision that anyone has ever made.
No way. The Maharishis teach a David Lynch. Wow.
Well, they have it's like a temple school where you can learn like different spiritual stuff, but they also have a
Yeah.
screenwriting class because David Lynch was into the transcendental meditation stuff.
Sure.
So I think he like sponsored the college and like came up with a curriculum because it's like curriculum by David Lynch. But if
Yeah.
you've ever seen a David Lynch movie, screenwriting is not really something that he does. So I don't really know why they decided to do screenwriting and not just like film. Because like that would be kind of
Yeah.
interesting if David Lynch made a curriculum for film studies or something. But screenwriting, let me
Screenwriting at the Maharishi Temple.
keep that in mind as you're watching Dune, that the guy who wrote this
Yeah.
is teaching a screenwriting class. So just
Wow, that's funny.
keep that in the back of your head.
That's
But yeah, Dune,
Okay.
1984, Kyle MacLachlan, and other people, but I'm not going to
David
spoil
Bowie
it.
in that?
Sting.
Sting. Ah, I'm so close.
Yeah, and he wears a metallic
I got it.
Speedo.
Oh.
Slight
Sting
spoiler,
in a metallic Speedo.
but I figured you might want to know that before going in, so
I
you aren't
appreciate
jump
that.
scared. Because it kind of
I
comes
do
out of
appreciate the heads up.
nowhere. But I'll leave it at that.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Oh, that's funny.
So that was a lovely
Thanks for the
discussion
heads
of
That was.
Flintstones. Next week, David Lynch's Dune. Do not watch Denis Villeneuve's Dune unless you want to compare. But just don't get
I
confused.
did. I've seen it.
You've seen the first
The
one.
new one, right? Mm-hmm. I saw the first one. I've not seen the second one, and I don't remember anything about the first one. Really, I don't know anything about. I don't remember anything about the story. So
That doesn't matter.
it will be like I've never seen it before. Yeah.
Well, I guess this is one other piece of context that I can give you before going in. Denis Villeneuve took about 5 hours, maybe more, of time to tell the whole story of Dune. David Lynch did it all in an hour and a half. So
Okay. I see. Okay. So really, this movie is Dune 1 and 2
It
of the
is.
current series. Okay.
But it's basically not the same story at all. Like, we'll get into it.
Okay.
It's a wild film.
I will say that those books have been popular.
Yeah,
Checking out at the library these days. So.
I bet. Everyone loves
Yeah.
Dune now.
Yeah, I mean, people are reading them. They love them.
Yeah.
So it's like they've gotten a resurgence.
Well, sure. Those movies are huge, and they're making the third one right now.
Ah, nice.
Dune Messiah.
Nice.
Which I'm very happy to say that this is Denis Villeneuve's last Dune movie. I like his Dune movies, but like Arrival and Blade Runner 2049 are like some of my favorite sci-fi movies. And I'm like, get back to
Yeah.
making. Well, I guess Blade Runner isn't like original, but like Arrival's like come on, do something like really crazy like that. So much,
Yeah, but
so cool.
I've heard such good things about I mean, I really liked the first one.
Oh, they're
I've
great.
heard the second one is even better.
Yeah.
So even if he's stuck in this particular IP, if he's doing it well, like that's nice.
Yeah.
If he was like massacring the thing and it was horrendous, then I would be like, yeah. But if he's like hitting it out of the park, let him finish her up and then move on to something great.
Well, I mean, the story of Dune is done. Messiah is like the sequel. I think like it's actually kind of like negatively like received in the like Dune community. The people who read like all the books, like Messiah is like a weird one that like Frank Herbert came up with like kind of late. And then like his son started making sequels that are also bad. It's just like the first book is kind of regarded as like the only good one because then it gets like off the rails. So it will be kind of interesting to see what he does with them. But I'm not saying that I don't like his Dune movies because I love his Dune movies. But I'm just like, I
just really like those other ones.
I want him to do everything. I don't want him to be pigeonholed.
Yeah.
I don't want him to get Giancarlo Esposito'd. We're never going to get a bugging out performance from that guy again, and it's so sad.
It's true. It's true.
But I think that just about does it for this podcast.
It's so late.
It is late.
For our friends out there in listening land, it's 11:05 p.m.
It is.
And while Jerry has the day off of work tomorrow, I do not. But I will be just fine because I regularly stay up until 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. So I still have another 4 hours to go.
Hey, there you go. Get some stuff done.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I think that's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say, too, other than that you should support your local library and call your moms.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.